A new free AI video generator called Haiper just launched. But you might be wondering, is it better than Sora from OpenAI? Is it better than Runway ML? Is it better than Pika or Stable Video Diffusion? Well, I'm gonna give you my first impressions as well as comparing it with the exact same prompts on my favorite video generation softwares to answer the question, is this new free AI video generator better than the paid ones? So I'm on the homepage of Haiper right now. You can see vision to hyper reality. We are on a mission to build the most powerful perceptual foundation models to empower creative expression. So this was created by 2 DeepMind alumni, and they have even been able to successfully get funding. And just by looking at these examples, they are actually competing quite well with all of the best AI video generation softwares, especially that are available to us right now. For example, Sora, where we don't have access to it. So much like Pika, Runway, Stable Video Diffusion, it's performing really well, especially with the prompting and adherence to prompt. So let's compare it and start creating. Now that we're on the inside, they have a lot of different options that we can try. Create video with text, animate your image, repaint your video, create with text prompt, or animate image and extend video coming soon. So let's check out these features one by one after we watch a couple of these examples. Let's take a look at Mario here, driving through New York, it seems like. It seems pretty real, and the motion blur and camera blur are kind of cool. There's some lens flare here in the top right. Here we have a cat eating a lollipop, photorealistic floating fish in the background. So some other video generators would never be able to get this fish in the background. They only last for 2 seconds. This one is HD as well. 2 seconds. Found footage of a stupid, cartoony, smiling ghost floating around in the backyard at night. Let's try this like Roman emperor type of vibes. Conqueror entering the city of Constantinople. Damn, this looks cool. Let's just analyze really quickly what's going on. So one of the biggest problems with AI video generation is specifically the legs and that they're kind of warping in space and moonwalking. Do you see any moonwalking right here? I'm not sure. Yeah, you see with the leg of the horse back here that it's super unrealistic the way that it moves. But all in all, when you look at the entire image, the perspective is changing a little bit. You see that everybody's kind of marching, even the people on the right and on the left. It's something that is a lot better than other AI video generation softwares. Let's look at this one as well. It looks super realistic, very cartoony. Here as well, a POV driving Lamborghini in Los Angeles, an alien spaceship landing on the lawn of the White House. Here they actually started with an image plus soldiers dressed in white uniform battling a living virus. Damn, this looks cool. This is the reason why we want AI generation, like creating things that are just almost unimaginable or just so expensive to create with traditional methods. And it's really doing it with flying colors when it comes to the quality of adhering to the prompt. So you see, for example, everything you see in the prompt, you actually see in the image as well. A sea storm happening inside an hourglass, happening inside of an hourglass, that's true, with a cruise ship rocking in the waves. You can see the understanding and actually getting everything correct is very important and something described as adherence. Now, do they have text generation? I think there is a reason why they don't have that on the homepage here. Let's take a look at this snow. Yeah, this looks like a little bit more like Runway Gen 2, like previous generation types. Here you have some watercolor paint. Here we have supercar driving in heavy rain and camera behind it while the car driving through traffic. It even splashes the Lamborghini on the road right here. But let's try to make some of our own. This AI tool gets smarter the more you use it, knows your entire agenda, and helps you do work faster. First, I'm going to go to clickup.com/AI and click on try for free. Step number 2, just click on use Clickup AI. And now you can ask it about any of your document. Like, let's say, what tasks am I working on? You're currently working on several tasks. AI intro animation, put int into runway, and wristbot finalize so you can stay on track. Next, you can add documents images that turns into your knowledge base. For example, I made this document about myself. Now I can ask it based on the AI Andy doc, how old am I and where am I from? It's gonna refer to the document and say I'm 29 years old and from Norway. So it gets smarter the more docs you add to it. And then to further boost your productivity, you have these AI stand-ups that essentially tells you what you did the last 7 days. So try ClickUp AI by clicking the link in the description down below. Thanks to Clickup for sponsoring this section of the video. Let's try to make some of our own. Very easy. We can just click on the bottom here and select any of these here. Let's start with create video with text. I'm going to prompt it an AI image generator robot that loves making images and create. I'm going to time it how long it takes. And by the way, I'm doing this for free and I'm going to share how much it costs at the end. I'm going to do the exact same prompt in Pika and inside of Runway ML or comparison. Seems like it's a lot slower, but that's understandable. If they just started, they don't have much of server speed. Oh, actually it's speeding up. It's taking charge. Okay, Pika was the first one to generate, and then Runway finished, and then Haiper is here. All of them the exact same prompt. Let's look at Haiper first. Is what they generated. Wow, actually I really like the style of this, and look how grungy and stylized it really is. The movement of the robot maybe not so good. Like you can definitely see kind of the parts moving in ways that it shouldn't, but at least the style points are there. What about Pika? Again, an AI image generator robot that loves making images. This one is for 3 seconds and it's basically humanoid, female looking face, all bronze or copper or gold. What about Runway? Here is how it looks like so far. And if you ask me, I would go for Runway in this case, 4 seconds, and this is how it looks like. Let's go to test number 2. Extreme close-up dolly shot of a man in New York City cinematic. Here is Haiper's result. Actually looking really good. I like the movement and the blurriness and the style here. Almost looks like a movie. Here is Pika Labs, a man walking through New York City. I don't like how blurry it is and the edges kind of looking very AI generated. And here is Runway. I really like how this one looks as well. I wish there was a little bit more movement, but it is a close-up shot of a man. So which of these ones do you like? The Runway one or the Haiper one? It really comes down to preference, huh? Next, let's try a cinematic shot of a fox in the forest. Here is the Haiper generation. Again, I do not like that it's 2 seconds. I really wish it could be a little bit longer. Here is Pika, and I do believe that Pika gets the lowest grade at this point. It really has not been the best. Here is a Runway generation. As you can see, a little warping of the face there. Last text to video here. A futuristic looking cityscape during the day. Here is Haiper's generation that I really like with some sort of spaceship in the middle and flying cars. I don't know. Really like the style. I don't know if Pika is still in the competition. It obviously looks cool, but it doesn't look as close. And Runway here, futuristic cityscape during the day. It doesn't look that futuristic to be honest, but what I love to do the most inside of these softwares is image to video. So I'm gonna go into the creation mode, and I do believe Pika could be good in this. I'm gonna click on animate your image. I'm gonna use ChatGPT to generate an image, like for example, a man that's addicted to prompt. I'm gonna put the image in here and prompt it. We can actually test it with stable video diffusion as well, which is another one that is one of the greatest. Let's click on generate. Let's do Pika as well and drop the image into Runway and prompt it as well. Let's click on generate. Here is how Haiper made it happen. Wow, I really like the screens are all moving, scrolling downwards. Yeah, this actually looks really cool. Nothing is warping weirdly, so it actually looks really decent. Of course, not perfect. Here is Pika and how they did it. They zoomed in. Not as much movement, little bit of the mouth, but that's about it. Here is stable video diffusion. Whoa, this does not look very good. I mean, the effect is kind of cool, the way it warps, and you can see actually that the man is doing some sort of parallax effect compared to the background. Here is Runway ML, and once again, this is my favorite. It does look a little bit like he's doing something with his hands or something, which again brings the focus into the person and the character, which would be better for a movie as well. There isn't that much scrolling on the screens, but maybe we could prompt it for that. Still, let's do one final test to see, is Runway the king? Remember, this was how Haiper was producing, and I still didn't show you the price. Let's try Marcus Aurelius walking through ancient Rome. Here is Pika. Doesn't look very good. Nothing really happening with the main man himself, but everything in the background is fine. Here is stable video diffusion. Oh wow, it just completely stepped into the 4D reality. Look at this again. Yeah, stable video diffusion, not doing at all as good as it was before. It's also not really competing in this championship. It's really up to Haiper versus Runway. Let's check Haiper here. Oh, he is walking and everybody's moving like they should, and the camera is actually tracking him. Oh my god, if we had more than 2 seconds, you could probably see him walking more slowly. This is really good. Let's check it with Runway to see how does it compete and play. There you go. It's kind of walking a little bit. The people in the background are doing really well, but not really walking. And it actually, do you see that a guy or a person on the left side is coming, like popping out of the frame? I do like that, but if you were to put this into a movie, it would actually be more awesome to put this other generation from Haiper. I don't know, I feel a lot more for this character than I do for the Runway character. I believe Runway and Haiper to be the best AI video generation softwares right now that you can use. And now you might be asking, what's the price? Haiper is free, Runway is far from free, so that you'll be able to generate videos like this completely for free is ridiculous. I encourage you to go there, test it out yourself, go show some love to the developers. As the more AI video tools we get, the best it is for the consumers. Thanks for watching the video. Subscribe if you like AI tools and want to know which one is the best. Also, if you want to get a list of my top prompts, click link in the description down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.